Bitcoin is breaking back to the upside, bouncing from support. We have just had a Bitcoin weekly candle close above the 50 weekly moving average, and some massive news has just come out. So we'll be talking about that exactly in today's update video. What will be happening next for Bitcoin in that longer time frame? We'll be discussing that exactly, my Bitcoin trades and much more. So as always, let's get started with a shorter time frame. And in a shorter time frame, well, Bitcoin has been breaking back to the upside. Like I have said, from this level of support is going to be the most likely outcome. I have been saying that yes, a bounce in that shorter time frame is going to be extremely likely, and yes, we are breaking above our range because we have been falling down below this previous level of support. We've been turning it into resistance. We've been range bound during the course of the weekend, and during the course of Sunday, we have started to pump to the upside again. Now, we have been breaking this range to the upside, which is looking extremely good. Now, we need to be reclaiming this previous level of support. We need to retest it really as support right now, and then I do think that Bitcoin can be headed even higher. However, there is a small little warning sign below us because yes, we have been already pumping during the course of the weekend, and because of that, we have been creating a slight small CME gap, but still it is a CME gap, and usually these CME gaps tend to be getting filled up. So if we are going to be filling up that CME gap, we could be retracing back to the 104k level, which is going to be this top side of the range approximately. That could just be a perfect retest, but we do need to see momentum continuing to the upside, especially after the massive news that we have been coming out right now, because the Senate Majority Leader John Thune says a deal to end the government shutdown is almost ready. This is going to be extremely bullish for the markets. The US government has been in a shutdown for a very long time, and if this shutdown will finally end, that is going to be bullish for the markets. On top of that, President Trump has announced that Americans will get a 2K dividend payment, and this could also be very bullish for the markets. Another pretty much like stimulus check for all Americans. And if you have been around in the crypto market for a longer time, we all know what this did for the markets last time. I mean, they absolutely exploded to the upside, right? So if something similar is about to happen, that is going to be very good and very bullish for the markets. So definitely I would like to see this momentum being kept up to the upside. I would like to see this 110k level approximately getting reached, because if we cannot continue this momentum which we are getting to the upside now, well, that would be very bearish, because the bullish news that we are getting now is extremely bullish, and if we cannot continue a pump from this bullish news, well, I do not have much hope left anymore. So yes, my trades are doing very well. I mean, I am in these Bitcoin trades right over here. I also had another Bitcoin trade which I already closed, which I shared in my Platinum group, which you can join for free with the first link down below. Yes, I closed one position already, because having a look into the daily time frame, we can still see that previous level of support is being retested as resistance now. And I would not be surprised to see a little bit of a slowdown because of that CME gap down below too. So yeah, a little bit too risky for me. I want to secure a little bit of profits already, but I still got two massive major trades running in the case that we are still going to be continuing to the upside, right, to my 110 to 113k level target. That is what I've been saying in the last week, right? I do think that in the shorter time frame we are still looking very bullish, and we can still see a push to the 110 to 113k level. We can see a very significant bounce from the 50 weekly moving average. But in the longer time frame, it is undeniable that we are starting to look a little bit more weak. So need to talk about that a little bit later. But if you're going to be getting interested in trading yourself as well in a shorter time frame, you can claim a free $30 by just signing up an account over on 2bit. Just check out the second link down below, claim a free $30 bonus, and the only thing you need to do is click on that link, sign up an account over on 2bit, and then you can instantly claim a free $30 bonus. You just need to go to the rewards hub at the top section, When you go to the rewards hub, then you go to the, okay, I've got another $50, but then you go to the rewards center place, and then you can be claiming it over here in the bonus section. And like you can see, 2bit is giving out a lot of free bonuses now. Also, if you're going to be depositing a little bit, you're going to be getting bonuses. If you're going to be trading, you're going to be getting bonuses. So definitely make sure to be checking it out. Anyways, but definitely for the shorter time frame, well, I do think that we are running into some kind of a level of resistance for Bitcoin right over here. So yeah, this is looking a little bit more dangerous. However, I do think that Bitcoin can be reaching a little bit higher. Again, to about 110 to 113k level target. But in a longer time frame, guys, I've been saying it for a long time, but be a little bit more cautious. I mean, I've been saying this for a long time during around these tops, right? I've been saying we are flirting with danger because we are close, very close to a Bitcoin top. We have been hitting that second Fibonacci level of resistance. We have been hitting the end stage of the 4-year cycle, where historically speaking, we've always been peaking out at. We've already been breaking down of this parabolic trend to the upside. The MVRV-Z score is clearly signaling a peak, even with a bearish divergence being created on the MVRV-Z score, so also not looking that great. On top of that, once again, the 4-year cycle has been hitting a peak according to history. On top of that, the DXY is breaking back to the upside again. The US dollar is being strengthened, and that, historically speaking, is always confluencing with a Bitcoin top. Whenever the DXY is breaking back to the upside again, usually Bitcoin tends to see a bear market. On top of that, we have been hitting this massive level of resistance. Is this a coincidence? Well, in my opinion, I do not think so. In that longer time frame, I myself am getting very cautious. Yes, I do want to be saying it. We are still trading above the 50 weekly moving average. So I am still remaining to be optimistic about the Bitcoin price action. That is still the reason why I'm generally in the shorter time frame still bullish and still in these long positions. Because like I've also been sharing in the last couple of weeks, Trump and the US government can just be doing something insane out of nowhere and can be pushing up the markets out of nowhere again, like we are seeing right now on a smaller scale as well, right? But this can be happening. I mean, the trend is your friend. The trend is still bullish. We are still trading above the 50 weekly moving average. So keep that one in mind. We should still be optimistic. We should still be bullish in the markets, even though in a longer time frame we are getting a lot of warning signals, and we can definitely start to flip a little bit more cautious. Okay, so this is what I've been saying in the last couple of weeks. I have been more cautious about the longer time Bitcoin price action, but in the shorter time frame, I'm still bullish. Yes, I do think we could be turning around right after this bounce. But let's see, right? We need to reevaluate later after this Bitcoin bounce. We need to reevaluate whether we're indeed going to be seeing this push to the downside or if we can continue even higher. So yeah, this red arrow is still up for debate. We still need to watch. We still need to reevaluate later. Anyways, make sure to check out all of the links down below. Join the Platinum group because over here I'm sharing all of my updates about my trades in absolute real time, what I'm thinking about the market, and yeah, much more. So make sure to join. Also, new cool updates are coming for the Platinum group. So I would definitely join if I were you. Also, check out the free bonuses over on 2bit. And for the Platinum group, you will need an account over on WeX with this link down below. Also, some huge bonuses available over there. Anyways, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. Check out everything with the links down below. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.